Originally from Kansas City. I went to Southwest High School in Kansas City Public School District, and I graduated from college from Mizzou, so University of Missouri in Columbia. So that's where I got my bachelor's and master's, and then I got my PhD from University of Missouri, Kansas City. I was a math major in college, and personal computers actually just came out. The IBM personal computer, or actually the Apple came out, then IBM, and just started playing with them, and no one else really knew much about them, so I just kind of self-taught and kind of lucked into the field. I've taught almost 30 years, but I was I taught in Kansas City area for a while, and I taught in Los Angeles for about 5 years, and then I moved back here and taught at Johnson County Community College in Longview and a couple other and Rockhurst University, and then moved to K-State about 2 years ago. Everything is here. I mean, pretty much anything you want. It's got pretty much any store that you want, any activity, without the traffic, without the and the overall friendliness of the town compared to the town has a little bird with a jayhawk, which I'm very anti Lawrence Jayhawk, because I went to MU and I teach here, so it's like double hatred for that. Just teaching in general is just, you know, the interacting with students and being in contact. I'm not a big fan personally of online courses, just because it's the instruction part is still there, but there's no interaction, and that's one of the key benefits that I like of teaching. And then I also do a lot of advising, and that gives me a chance to meet students one-on-one and talk with them individually and get to know them a little bit better, and as they go through each semester, you know, kind of watch them grow. And my job role is specifically aimed towards teaching and advising, so I don't have to have a research agenda, so I don't. Some professors are very good at doing research, and they're very research focused. I'm more teaching focused, and I like interacting more with students and dealing more with students and research. You know, I might put in 50 hours a week with the teaching, but it's not 8 to 5. It might, if I'm tired after my classes, I can go home and I might have to do something at home later, or I might have to work on Saturday or Sunday, but I'm not, I don't have to be here at a certain time except when there's class. I teach the Java class, and then I also teach the 10, or I'm in charge of the 10X classes, which is 101, 102, 103, 104, which is like Microsoft Word and Excel and Access, and by in charge, I'm the lead instructor, but those are mainly instructed by graduate teaching assistants that do those. Previous semesters I've taught the CIS 308, which is C++, and C. You do both of them in the same semester. In the fall, I'm supposed to teach CIS 415, which is basically the ethics and technology course. So it's whatever they tell me to teach. I mean, the 200 is the primary class I teach, so that's the class that most of my time and effort goes into. So, because you're still dealing with a freshman, sophomore level students and wide variety of skills. Some have never seen a program before. Some have had quite a bit of it in high school. So I was trying to keep the interest level up for the people that have some experience, but not lose the people that are new to the topic. So that's kind of a challenge, which is one of the reasons they put 115 in place, to kind of give you that buffer of not just jumping into the programming course. It gives you a little bit of experience and hands-on with what you're taught in 115 before you actually jump into the 200 level course. Besides obviously the syntax and coding of how to do Java, the key is how do you approach a program and find a solution, you know, develop an algorithm. Where do you start? How do you develop a solution? And just practice on developing algorithms. That's kind of the hardest part for students, because they can understand the syntax and what I'm talking about as far as the coding, but when it comes to here's the problem statement, find a solution, they have a real difficulty in getting from point A to point B. One of the things that attracted me to K-State, they're one of the few that have an honor code. There's very few universities that have honor codes where the students are expected to abide by the honor code, and you're supposed to technically, be watching out for other students and reporting violations, which that doesn't happen much, obviously. But it gives a faculty a place to turn, because there is an actual stated advisory board that if someone violates policy, I can report it, and there's a process that goes through. Rather, don't assume that you know what's going to be taught, or that because even if you do have some experience, especially in programming classes, you'll find some students have some background, so they'll start not going to class, and then they get behind, and when the test comes up, it's specific to what's covered in class. What I consistently find is students that come in and say, I messed up this semester, I messed up my first year, and so then they spend the whole time trying to get out of a hole that they've dug themselves in. So I just say, don't dig the hole in the first place.